Assalamu alaikum dears. Let's discuss types of meaning. There are three basic types of meaning, and these are thematic, conceptual, and associative. Associative meaning can further be divided into connotative, collocative, affective, reflected, and stylistic or social meaning. So basically we have three types of meaning, but as a whole we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So we have seven types of meaning. Let's discuss these different types of meaning. The first one is thematic meaning. Thematic meaning derives from the organization of the message presented in a language. It is the arrangement of the components of communication that determines the point of emphasis. This arrangement may take the form of passivization, topicalization, or focus. In the sentences that follow, different items have been made more prominent by merely reordering them. Look at this thematic meaning, look at this focus. Jane bought the house. Normal subject verb object order. Jane is the subject, bought is the verb, and the house is the object. Now look at this topicalization. It was Jane that bought the house. Now the focus is Jane. Look at passivization now. The house was bought by Jane. Now the focus is the house, not the Jane. Now look at focus at the house Jane painted. So we know that thematic meaning it becomes visible by the arrangement of the components of communication in a sentence. In sentence 1, there is normal subject verb object order without any special meaning. But in 2 and 4, there is an emphasis on Jane, and in 3, there is an emphasis on house. Indeed, focused and topicalized elements in a structure are given prominence with an information structure. A component of the bit of information can also be made more prominent by stressing it. Consider further the following. She bought my newspaper. Now look at, she did not steal it. She bought my newspaper, not my textbook. She bought my newspaper, not any other person. Okay, this can be done with stress on different words. The second meaning is conceptual meaning. Conceptual meaning is synonymous with primary or central or logical or cognitive or denotative meaning. These names can be given to conceptual meaning. It is the first ordinary meaning listed in dictionaries which is not affected by the context or emotional overtones associated with the act of communication. It is the literal meaning of a word. There is an assumed shared conceptual meaning of every word of a language, and this is known as universal meaning. There is a universal implication of this conceptual meaning. It is possible to express the conceptual meaning of a word using contrastive semantic features. Such features indicate the attributes present and those that are absent in a meaning of a word. If a feature is present, it is specified as plus, or if it is absent, it is indicated with minus. These contrastive features specifying the attributes of the words provides the necessary criteria for the correct use of words. The features specification for the word men and women are as follows. Look at men is plus human plus male and plus male and plus adult. Women is plus human minus male and plus adult. The conceptual meaning of a word constitute a major part of the shared system of a language for all speakers. Then that's why they are able to speak a language and understand a language easily. It is a criteria element of human communication since it is a major factor in language. The use of this process has been described as componential analysis. It is a major process in structural semantics. I have already explained this componential analysis in one video. Associative meaning, the third type of meaning. The meaning of a word is affected by the context, background, time, and cultural realities of the user of language. This type of meaning is not static, it is fluid, it is variable and open-ended. With one context, with one time, with one culture, it has one meaning, but with other, it has another meaning. Certain words, structure, and styles are usually implied to arouse some emotional reactions in the hearer. Certain attitudes and forms of behavior are elicited by the associative meaning of the words used in communication. These different reactions are derived from associations which the words create in the minds of language users. As a result of the great variation in associative meaning, it is not always easy to express the form of meaning in terms of contrastive semantic features. Indeed, associative meaning reflects individual differences. There are individualized intentions and interpretations. There is therefore the need for all participants in communication to share some common reference points, symbols, and background for the understanding of associative meaning, otherwise, it is not understandable. Most of the problems of communication arise when associative meaning is assumed to be shared by all the concerned. If you think that I am associating a laptop word with the meaning of stupidity, and you think that all the listeners they know that I am sharing this word in the meaning of stupidity, it might not work for you because this is not universal meaning, this is not literal meaning, this is your individual interpretation based on a particular point or particular context. So problem may arise in communication. Some people might not know the context and they might not know that your use of particular word meant this thing. For second language learners, this problem is profound. This explains the enormous difficulty second language learners encounters with decoding the meaning of idioms and figurative expressions, which are always used as associative. They also find it difficult to apply appropriate idioms to diverse situations. Associative meaning can be further divided into connotative, collocative, reflected, stylistic, or social meaning. Let's discuss connotative meaning. Connotative meaning contains elements of conceptual meanings of a word and the individual personal interpretation of what is communicated. The interpretation is based on the personal experience of the hearer. Keep in mind. This means that connotative meanings varies with the experience of people in communication. It may also vary from society to society. There are additional semantic features that are associated with connotative meaning. Thus, a great deal of meaning of idioms and figurative expressions derive from connotation. There are symbols in literature which have different connotation in different cultures. For example, among the Hausa in Nigeria, the cricket is associated with tricks, whereas among the Igbo and the Yoruba, it is the tortoise that is the attribute. In the Western world, it is the fox that is considered to be very cunning, not the cricket. The second type of associative meaning is collocative meaning. Collocation, when two or more than two words, they go together in a structural segment, it is called collocation. Collocation is the natural association and sequence of words in a longer structures. We know that some of the words they can collocate with each other, they can be used with each other, while other words cannot be used with each others. And it is because of idiomatic collocations or grammatical collocations that words cannot be used with each others, although both might be singular, both might be plural, both might have semantic similarity, but collocative restrictions are there in language. For example, black and white. We cannot say black and green because the collocation is black and white. Collocative meaning is therefore the meaning of a lexical item derived from other lexical item with which it is associated in a longer structure. The collocative meaning of lexical item in a language is based on the related semantic field. For instance, job, employment, engagement, and work all are related. There are also associations that are perceived to be more natural. Consider the following example. August visitor, auspicious occasion, sympathize with, notorious food. Some of the structures are restricted to certain circumstances, as in stroll versus wander, for people, for animals, tremble, queer. Now, these are different collocations, and these collocations actually contribute in understanding, sometimes in understanding the meaning of a word, because it is used with another word, and that meaning of other word and that structural collocation has influence on the meaning of this particular word. The next one is affective meaning. Affective meaning is related to the feelings and attitudes of the speaker towards the subject or the audience. This meaning is achieved by the choice of words because it is related to the feelings and attitudes. Certain words suggest positive feelings, for example, love, attraction, happiness, exciting. Some other are of negative reactions, for example, disgusting, disappointing. Interjection like oh, often suggest the emotional state of mind. Other words like darling, daddy, mummy give an impression of endearment. So these are different affective meanings created by different words that produces certain feelings. Reflected meaning is a kind of meaning that relates to expressions with multiple meanings. Words with several meanings, for example, polysemous words, have reflected meaning. There is, however, a dominant meaning among all these meanings. For example, a head word H-E-A-D, head, might have many meanings, but there is one dominant meaning that is shared by all other meanings. As a particular sense of a word begins to assume prominence, all other senses begins to be emphasized. With time, these other senses disappear. Meat used to refer to all forms of food and flesh for nourishment in the past, but now it's not used in this sense. The last one, stylistic or social meaning. When a particular pattern of speech, language variety, or speech form is associated with a specific social context, stylistic or social meaning is achieved. It is a common knowledge that the speaker's choice of words and structures reveals his or her social, regional, geographical, or even economic background. The choices can also reveal the level of familiarity between the speakers and the hearer. Emphasis is usually on the different stylistic variations open to language users. Based on the level of familiarity, users have following possibilities in making requests. I wonder if I could see you later today. Indirect question used for extreme politeness. May I see you later today? Very formal. Can I see you later today? It is casual and less formal. These are different types of meaning that we discussed. Thank you so much.